Ariana. Sir, can I?
Yes, Ariana. Actually, you have been waiting for quite long. Okay, Ariana,
okay. Please wait a minute. Okay, Ariana. There are some participants yet to come. Okay, please wait for some others.
Yes.
After Ariana, can I ask you?
Yes. We can see many participants. Still, people are joining. That's great.
After Ariana, can I ask you?
Yeah, excuse me. What did you say?
Sir, after Ariana, can I ask you?
Okay, After Ariana, you will ask the question. Okay? That will be your chance. That's right.
Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome.
Okay, let's start.
Yeah. Yes, Ariana.
My name is Ariana Tabassum. I am from Junior Best. I am in class 5. My school's name is Shohid Bir Uttam Latrina Anwar Girls College. Sir, my question is, why were you come back from Saudi Arab?
Okay, so you're not happy to see me here in Bangladesh, right? Ariana, you're not happy to see me here?
No, sir, not that.
Okay, actually, I'm from Bangladesh, and my parents are here. And after some time, actually, my parents, they got very sick, and I'm the only son, so I need to take care of them. So that's why actually I had to get back to Bangladesh. And besides, actually, I didn't like it. Okay. Besides, actually, I didn't like it there that much. I liked it, but it's not that I will never come back from there and I will be staying there for long. It's not like that. I always wanted to come back to Bangladesh. Your teacher, Mr. Mahfouz, actually, he knows it very well that I love to work in Bangladesh because working with the Bangladeshi students, which is really interesting, and all the time you can learn a lot because our students are very intelligent, they're very inquisitive, they always want to learn. And when actually you have that kind of brilliant students, that means you also have to be brilliant. At least you, as a teacher, you have to try to be brilliant. Otherwise, actually, you'll not be able to survive, in this field, field of teaching. So I love to face challenges, and also I love my country, best of all. So that's actually, I came back to Bangladesh. Hope that satisfies you. Yeah? Okay?
What were your experience?
My experience, it was good. It was good because you see, I worked in King Khalid University in Saudi Arabia, and it is in southern part of Saudi Arabia. And it is a tourist spot, one of the most famous tourist spots, tourist places in the Middle East, not only in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East. It's very nice, very beautiful all the time. Around there, it's very
yes, sir, I saw there.
You saw that on the video? You watched it? Okay, great. Great. So I liked it very much. And you see,
she went there.
International...
For your kind information, she went there.
Oh, she went to Abha, to Saudi Arabia. Oh, that's great. I didn't know that. Actually, rarely I find people that who are from the same city. So Ariana is an exception. I'm very glad that I met Ariana here. Okay, so you know about that city now. So I don't have to explain it to you anymore. But for the other friends, I want to say it's a very nice city. It's a very beautiful city. And it was an international university. So I had colleagues from different parts of the world, from America. You can mute her manually if you want to. And also,
sorry for sound.
No problem, sir. It's okay. It happens. So I had colleagues from different parts of the world, as I said, that from Canada, from Australia, from England, from America, and also from different other countries of, the Arab Peninsula. That means from the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, of course, from Saudi Arabia, and also from Palestine, from North African countries like Tunisia, Morocco, and also from Africa like Egypt, Yemen, indeed. So you can see that my colleagues, my fellow teachers, they are from different parts of the world. So I had a very good experience working with those people. I learned a lot from them. So as a teacher, actually, I got different kinds of experiences from people from different countries. So which was an amazing opportunity for me. And I really cherish that. And also I had students from different parts of the world. Saudi students, Palestinian students, Yemeni students, students from Syria. I also had colleagues from Syria, and also I had students from Syria, from Egypt, from Sudan. I also had colleagues from different parts of the world. So it was really an amazing experience. Thanks for asking that question.
Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome, Ariana. Yes.
Can I?
Yes.
Sir, can I?
Kaspia. Now
Sir,
it's Kaspia's turn, and after that we'll go back to Sneha. Sneha, it will be your turn after Kaspia. Yes, Kaspia, what is your question? Sadia, if it is completed, you can keep it muted. Sadia, you can keep it muted if you don't need it. Yeah. Yeah, Kaspia.
This is Simon Mustafa. I am from junior group. I read in class 4. The name of my school is Shahid Girls College. So my question is, how many days you stayed in Saudi Arabia?
Back in 2010. Then I came back to Bangladesh 2018. So it was completely 8 years, you can say. So I stayed there long 8 years. Yeah.
So I have another question.
Please go ahead.
So how many languages can you speak?
Okay, all right. That is also an interesting question. I didn't see that was coming. All right, so I can speak obviously Bangla, that is my mother tongue. Then I can also speak English, that you can see. All right, and I also learned French language for a very brief period of time, almost 6 months. I learned French language in alias forces in Dhaka. So I have a little bit of French with me. I can't speak that much fluently, but very basic level, I can speak French. Basic communication that I can do with French language. And also I can speak Arabic, but the colloquial Arabic, or you can say the spoken Arabic, like spoken English. So I can read Arabic, and I can also write in Arabic. That means if I see anything written in Arabic, then I can write it. But I'm not fluent in writing Arabic because I don't know Arabic grammar that much. But I can speak Arabic, which is the spoken Arabic, you can say. It's very colloquial, you know. That means I can communicate with any person from any Arab countries. So I can talk to him, I can have conversation with him, but very basic level conversation in Arabic. So I'm happy with that. I should have learned it more actually while I was staying in Saudi Arabia, but I didn't do it. So it was my mistake, my bad. Okay, yes. You're most welcome.
Sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, after Sneha, who can I? I'm Triya.
Of course you can. Okay, after Sneha, then that will be your turn, Triya. Okay, Sneha, please.
Sir, can I ask after her?
Okay, then after that, Afia. Okay, it's your turn. No problem. It will be your turn. Right. Yes, Sneha.
My name is Neha. I read in class 8, and my school's name is Shahrear Anwar Girls College. And
Okay.
I have seen in Saudi Arabia that in Makkah and Medina that many of the people don't understand English. They only speak Arabic, or they don't know any other language. So I thought that they don't know nothing than Arabic. So, and I am talking about the police officers also of that area. They also don't know English, and the volunteer, they also don't know English. Why they don't know English?
You're talking about Saudi people, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I think, Sneha, to some extent, you're right that many people in Saudi Arabia, actually, they can't speak English. If I ask you the same question, that do you really think that all the people, or most of the people, they can speak English in Bangladesh? What do you think? People in Bangladesh, they can speak
No,
English?
sir. But I think their education system is higher than us.
You're absolutely right. You see, the Saudi government, actually, they are working on it. That's why actually they hired people like us to teach their students in their universities. There are lots of people, Bangladeshi teachers, and also teachers from all over the world, especially the language teachers and also teachers in the Department of Sciences, different departments of sciences, and also different other departments. They're teaching them, but especially they're hiring people to teach their students language. And you know, Sneha, very recently, Saudi government actually, they have initiated some projects and programs that Saudi students, they have to learn English just like us from the very first class of their schools. Earlier, actually, it was after 5. So when they were in level 6 or class 6 or the standard 6, so this English actually was English was introduced at that time. In their somehow, Sadia, if you please can just keep it muted, Sadia. Okay.
Sir, I have a question for you. Can I ask you?
Sadia, later on.
I have another question.
Yes, Sadia, no, just wait. You all are very eager to ask questions. I'm very happy with that. Now, let me finish with Sneha. And Sneha, now, Saudi people, actually, the people that you're talking to, they learn, maybe actually they didn't learn English in their school. So that is the problem. But many people these days, they're learning English and situation has improved. And it is improving every day. Maybe after a few years, if you go back to Saudi Arabia and if you travel to Makkah and Medina, I think that you'll find some people that they will have conversation with you in English, inshallah. Okay, what is your next question?
I have another question. That,
yes.
What's the education system? What's the difference of education system than Saudi Arabia in Bangladesh? What's the difference between them?
The difference between Saudi Arabia and Bangladesh is huge, I should say. You know, in our country, actually, we have our own system. We are taking different kinds of syllabuses and different kinds of curricula from different parts of the world, and then we put them together, and then we try to make it appropriate or workable for the people, for the students of Bangladesh. But in Saudi Arabia, mostly actually they follow the Western education system, especially the American education system. So that is the basic difference. I mean, from a broader perspective, if I want to say that the basic difference between Saudi Arabia education system and Bangladesh is that they follow American curricula, American syllabi or syllabuses, you can say, but we follow different kinds of syllabuses together. It's not only American or British, rather actually we try to also incorporate our thoughts, our stuff, our culture and traditions, our local texts in it. So that is the beauty of our syllabus, as you can say. Okay, Sneha?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, I want to tell something.
After that, actually, I need to give the chance to who wanted to say after Sneha? Atria.
I
want to tell something.
Okay, no problem, Iftikhar. We'll get back to you soon. Don't worry, inshallah. You'll have your you'll have the chance. Okay,
Please add us ready.
It's Atria or Afia? Actually, I'm confused.
Atria.
Who wants to ask a question? Atria. Okay, it's Atria's turn. Yes, Atria.
Sir, I'm Atria. I'm from junior group. I read in class 5. My school is Shohid Bir Uttam Lieutenant General Girls College. My question is, can you tell us about your experience of Saudi Arab's university?
My university? I mean,
Sir,
where actually I work in
university.
Okay, all right. My experience working in Saudi Arabia, I mean, especially in King Khalid University, is really nice, I should say. I can't ignore that because I've already mentioned, somebody asked you the similar kind of question there. Actually, I answered you that I learned a lot. I wasn't only a teacher, actually, I was also a learner there. So I taught and I also learned at the same time. And teaching Arabic students is very difficult. It's not easy. You see, Sneha, actually, she is very observant and she said that most of the Saudi people, they can't speak English. Why is that? Because their country is very advanced. It's a very rich country. They can afford whatever they want, but still actually, why can't they afford the language? Why don't they want to learn the language? That was Sneha's question. But you see, from that perspective, I would like to say that Saudi people, they put emphasis in their language, on their language. Because you see, Arabic is one of the international languages. in Arab world, almost more than 20 countries actually they speak Arabic. So you see, millions of people actually they speak Arabic, and that is why actually Arabic is an important language. Almost all the books in the world, whenever actually there is an international, any kind of books, whether it is internationally popular or if it is important from science, from commerce, from literature, from language, whatever it is, all those books will be then and there translated into Arabic, because there are many countries like Tunisian people, they speak Arabic and French. Egyptian people, they speak Arabic. Saudi people, people from the Arab Emirates, people from Morocco, people from Sudan, people from Yemen, people from you can say like people from Kuwait, Qatar, you see Oman. So there are a lot more countries you can say they speak Arabic. So that's why their Arabic, their belief, their trust in their language is huge. So they don't bother about any other language because their language is very powerful. Do you get me what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So that's why actually they don't bother about learning other language. But you can see there are many people in Saudi universities now they want to learn English. So that's why actually they are hiring people like us from different parts of the world to teach their students English. And situation is changing. So teaching students who only speak Arabic, that is really an interesting experience. And when actually I was teaching them, I had to apply different kinds of teaching methods, and that was also an interesting part of my learning as a teacher. So I learned, and also I teach them, I think, successfully. Actually, I believe that. So Alhamdulillah, it was an interesting and excellent experience there in Saudi University, in King Khalid University, to be precise. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So can I ask a question?
Okay, Afia, it's your turn.
I have another question. Can I say?
Okay, Isma Rahman, I will get back to you. But I think Afia, she has been waiting for quite a long time. So it's your turn, Afia. After that, we'll go to Isma. Yes, Afia, what is your question?
So I am Afia. I'm from senior group. I'm also from SCGC. So my question, it's not a question. Can you tell us an interesting story of your teaching life?
Interesting history of my teaching life. Yeah, there is an interesting thing, but it is not directly related with my teaching, but still I can share that experience. So these students, when they come to, most of these students, when they come to university, they come to university with very little English. They don't speak that much English. Not all the students. Actually, if I generalize it, that would be an injustice to the Saudi students. I don't want to do that. You see, some Saudi students, they speak very good English, but most of the students, for example, 80 to 85% of the Saudi students in my English classes, actually, I found them, they are not fluent in English. They can't speak English. And some students, they simply don't have any English with them. Simply, they can't communicate anything in English. But what happened that one day, some of our colleagues, some other teachers, we were sitting in our office. And at that time, one student, he came to the office and he was looking for a teacher. Okay, but he didn't know the name of that teacher. So he came to the office and he started speaking Arabic. Then we said that, sorry, we don't speak Arabic. We don't understand you. Can you say it in English? Can you explain it in English? That what do you want? Then and then he used English, but that was very broken. You can say broken English. In Bengali, we call it bhanga bhanga English, Ingreji. So he explained it in broken English, using broken English, that he is looking for a teacher who looks like Saddam Hussein. You know Saddam Hussein? He was the president of Iraq. And we were laughing. That was a very interesting thing. He didn't know the name of the teacher, but he's saying he looks like Saddam Hussein. That means he had mustache like Saddam Hussein, maybe, I don't know. How did he find that semblance with that teacher? Actually, that teacher, he was from Pakistan. And we could recognize it because we never noticed it. But when he said that he is looking for a teacher who looked like Saddam Hussein, then we found it. Yes, he's right. that teacher from Pakistan, he looked like Saddam Hussein. So that was really interesting thing about it. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? So thank you. Thank you for asking that question. Lots of memories, actually. You're just reminding me of lots of things from my Saudi teaching life. Yes. Isma Rahman, do you like to ask any question? You wanted to ask a question, Isma, I think it's your turn. Kashmir, I will come back to you. I'll come. Just wait, okay? Isma, what is your question?
Hello, sir. It's Isma Rahman. Right now, I'm reading in class 8. I'm from Shahid Bir Uttam Leftenant Girls College. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to ask you a question. So my question to you is that you know that there are lots of people around us who are really shy or way too introvert to communicate in English with each other. So do you have anything to say to them, or do you have any suggestion to them so that they can overcome their shyness?
Okay, that's a pretty good question, I must say. Thank you very much. Thank you, Isma. You really communicated your idea, your question very well. I appreciate that. Shyness, it's a problem. You're absolutely right. You see, for me, learning English, actually, I never felt shy. I don't know why. But I can say, for one thing, maybe I had a very good vocabulary and I knew the grammar very well. Actually, when I was a student in my school, especially when I was a student in class 8 or class 9 and 10, you can say. So at that time, in those standards, actually, I practiced English a lot. I had a very good vocabulary. I memorized the available dictionary, all the words you can say, because that was my hobby, my pastime. অনেকের অনেক শখ থাকে না পুকুরে যে মাছ ধরা অনেক কিছু আমার অবসর সময় শখ ছিল যে আমি ডিকশনারি থেকে শব্দ মুখস্থ করতাম actually I found it very amusing. That was a kind of game for me. Okay, and I also tested myself later on that whether I could recall the meaning and also the usage of that particular word, is parts of his speeches and different other usage of the same word. You know, a single word, it has different kinds of uses. So I didn't feel shy because I had the equipments, I had the weapons with me. So I could communicate. But when I started learning a third language, that is French, there actually I could feel that yes, learning a language means that you feel shy sometimes. And I also felt shy because I didn't have a very good friend with me because I didn't learn it. I never practiced it. So when I first started learning French, I found it very difficult. And at the same time, I felt very shy having conversation or asking questions, even asking questions, in the classroom, because there were some students, their French was really excellent and they could learn very well. They were very quick learners and they could express themselves in French. So what I did next, that I started practicing, and also I started improving my vocabulary in French language. And also I started watching different kinds of videos on YouTube, and I collected different materials from different other sources. So it really helped me a lot. So a learner, actually, he or she can have shyness, and that is very natural. It's very natural because when you go to visit one of your relatives, and maybe this is for the first time that you're visiting your relative. So when you visit somebody for the first time, what happens that when you go to their house or their apartment, so when you meet them, you feel shy, right? But after some time, having some conversations and exchanging some opinions and views, or having some small talks like, hello, how are you? Good evening, good afternoon, something like that. What are you doing these days? How is your life? So did you face any problem coming here? এখানে আসতে কোনো অসুবিধা হয়েছিল কি? এরকম নানা রকম কথা বলতে বলতে আমরা কিন্তু easy হয়ে যায়. Learning a language is the same kind of thing. So you need to have conversation. You need to practice. You need to ask questions. You need to interact with your classmates and also with your teachers. So that will help you to overcome this shyness. And of course, there is a problem with the people who are introverted. People who are introverted, it doesn't mean that they are not good learners. Sometimes introverted people, they keep quiet, they don't talk, but when they keep quiet, at that time, actually, they pick up lots of things about the language or that skill. So when actually the course is over, you can find them that when they're having interaction with other people, they can have good interaction with other people. And in language learning, you're very young, but still, I would like to explain it to you. In language learning, just like business, if you want to do business, you have to take risks, right? Similarly, if you want to learn a language, you need to take risks. Taking risks means you will start communicating in the class. Some people they will laugh at you when you will make mistakes. Some people, they will laugh at you when you will have any kind of mispronunciation, when you'll have a bad accent, when you will make any kind of grammatical mistakes. So people will laugh at you. They will smile at you, but don't bother about it. Keep talking, keep practicing, keep writing. So you need to be very much courageous, okay, and very much spirited, inspired, so that you can overcome this kind of shyness. So don't care about the people, those who are laughing at you, when actually you're making mistakes while learning. Because just like business, you need to take risks while actually you're learning language. You understand, Isma? Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Isma. Yes. Any other question? Any questions?
Hi, Kashmir.
Okay, Kashmir. Okay, yeah, you have been waiting. Yes, Kashmir. What is the question?
Sir, my question is that do you read books, sir?
Yes, I read books, different kinds of books I read. Yes, of course. Yeah.
What kind of books do you read?
Novels, I read different kinds of books related to my subject, that means linguistics. In Bangla, we call it Bhasha Tattva. আমি যেহেতু ভাষার উপরে কাজ করি, পড়াশোনা করাই, তো এই ভাষার সাথে সম্পর্কিত বইগুলো আমি পড়ি। তারপরে I read different kinds of journals, I read newspapers, I read magazines, I read different kinds of materials from the online, different stuffs. Actually, I am omnivorous. I'm omnivorous, you can say. In Bangla, it's called সর্বভুক। আমি যা পাই তাই পড়ি, যেটা ভালো লাগে সেটাই পড়ি। Okay.
Favorite writer?
I have lots of favorite writers. For example, from my his writings are very interesting. I read his books and also his articles. I love to read them. And also from Bangladesh, Ahmad Safa. I really love him. His writings are very inspiring and thought-provoking, so I read them a lot. And maybe you don't know them, but when you will grow up, you will learn about them, inshallah. So there are a lot more writers, actually. And also I love Robert Frost. He's an American poet. I really love him. I love his poems. And W.B. Yeats, T.S. Eliot. So these are poets from USA and UK. Okay. And from Bangladesh, I love Al-Mahmoud. I love his poems and I love his writings. I love his essays, I love his novels. And also I love Kobi Farooq, poet Farooq Ahmed. I also love his poems. So these are my favorite writers, you can say. There are many, but these are few.
Can I ask you another question?
Okay, Taslima, yes, go ahead, please.
So, sir, actually my question is, as you say that Saudi Arabia is an advanced country, so yes. What is the main difference in learning English between Saudi Arabia and Bangladesh?
Saudi Arabia, actually, their government is emphasizing on this. I mean, that people should learn English. So they are encouraging people, and they're also hiring different teachers, and they're also establishing different kinds of training centers. And, you know, since they are following American syllabus, so they're also making available all the books and different kinds of teaching materials and learning materials in the market. So Saudi people, whenever they want to and also they are, I mean, their curriculum or syllabuses, they're very well designed. So that makes a big difference between Bangladesh and also, you can say, the Saudi Arabia's teaching system and the teaching language. But on the other hand, in Bangladesh also, we are improving a lot. And you can see, you are students, maybe most of you are from Bangla medium, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
some
sir.
of you may be from English version or from English medium. So you can see the change now. You are the witness and you are the proof. You are the evidence that I can say that you can see that you people are speaking English. So our country is also advancing in different ways. For example, you teach a mahfuz and also your teacher's wife, I mean, you're another teacher. So both of them, they have established this MBM Institute. So, and their purpose is to, to impart education on you, especially English language. So you can see privately, they're also trying, and publicly, government is also trying from the government of Bangladesh. It's also emphasizing on teaching and learning English. So we can see we're also improving, and there are some significant changes that you can see. And also, in Saudi Arabia, there is huge change. I mean, if you go there, you can see, by yourself there in Saudi Arabia. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That was an intelligent question. Thank you very much. Yes.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Sir, now can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I would like to give chance to new people. Sanjara. Yes, Sanjara, what is your question?
Thank you, sir. My name is Sanjara. I'm from the junior group. I'm reading Shahid Bir Uttam Lieutenant Anwar Girls College. I'm in class 5. Can you tell me about your memorable day?
When I was a child, there are lots of memorable days. Yes, the one day actually, which is very memorable, and actually when you have asked me that, that day actually it popped up in my mind, and it is really memorable. It's a very significant day from my life. Actually, you see, when I sat for the admission test in Khulna University, and I tried for the English department because English was my favorite subject. By this time, I believe that you have come to know about it. So, getting admission or getting chance in Khulna University, especially in the Department of English, it was very tough at that time, because they at that time actually Khulna English department in my university would take only 30 students, but you can see there are lots of candidates or admission seekers. Admission seekers are many, but seats are very few. Only 30 students. Can you imagine that? So I had to fight for that seat. So when actually I sat for the exam, and I thought that I will not get chance because it was very tough. There are lots of brilliant students actually. They are fighting for that. For their place in the department. But when the results came out, so I thought that maybe my name would not be there. So I started looking for my name. On the admission result from the very bottom. From the very bottom, waiting list. So I was looking for my name, so I was going up and up and up. I didn't see my name. So waiting list is over. Now the merit list, and only the meritorious students, they get chance. So I thought that, okay, my turn is over. I'm not getting chance. So I started again, but just to, clear my confusion and also my skepticism or doubt, I started looking from the bottom of the merit list. So I went up and up and up. Then I found that my name is on the 3rd in the list. So you see, in the merit list, I was in the 3rd position. That was quite unimaginable. I was so excited, so delighted, and I cannot say, I simply can't explain. It's inexplainable, you can say, that my experience was, and my feeling was at that time. So that was one of my most memorable days, I must say. Thank you very much for asking the question. You made me very emotional. All right. Okay. Thank you, Sanjay. Okay, I can see there is a cat in Sanjay's.
Only 5 minutes to go. Only 5 minutes to go.
I think, Mahfuz, in that case, we shouldn't take any more questions because I won't be able to answer the questions properly, and I will not feel happy if I can't finish answering the questions. Rather, we can have we can wrap it up with some comments and exchange or greetings and views, and then we can say.
Yeah, you have talked much because almost.
No. You see, I'm very happy. Actually, I didn't feel anything. Trust me. Rather, I feel very energized, and my spirit is revitalized. Having communicated with such young minds, and they are thinking in such a way which is really amazing. And I'm very optimistic about the future of Bangladesh and also future of our young kids and young learners. So truly, I loved all the questions, and I loved having interaction with you people. It was an amazing, great experience for me. Yes, Marcus. Yeah, please.
Okay, Shahrear, thank you very much for your cordial presentation to the students' questions. And I'm happy also with my students because you ask a very nice question to the guest. And yes, dear students and dear guests as well. So that means I would like to have another day, Mr. Shahrear, because actually it's unfinished. Lots of questions is still to finish. Because of time, we couldn't allow the question now. It's almost 10:15. And yes, you know, though the lockdown is going on in our country, but you will be happy to know that that means they're student of Shahid Bir Uttam Lieutenant Girls College through their online education is going on. Okay, so they every day they are having lots of classes and they're going to sit for the exam in 17 and 20th instant. So they're busy with their academic study. In spite of that, for you, so they are eagerly waiting for the speech from you. So I think they are encouraged enough to learn English. So yes, you know, I have established an institute, this MBM Institute. So you know, this MBM means Monora Begum Memorial Institute. It's the name of my mother. So I have a plan to provide the international standard English to my young learners. You know, the seats are if you have the good seats, you can get the good plan. So my target is not from the top. So my target is from the bottom. So that means from the young learners, I'd like to, should I say, provide standard English so that they can do better in their graduation as well as post-graduation. So I hope there are some future engineers, doctors, some other professionals from this group. I wish them succeed in their future life. So inshallah, dear learners, actually lacking of time, we couldn't allow all of you questions. So in future, if Allah wants, we'll invite the guest again so that he can share as much as he can to you. So that's for all, and I hope you'll do better in your future as well. So thank you very much, Shahrear, again for giving us time. Thank you very much. Thank you, the students.
For this opportunity. Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And I must say that you young students, actually, you're very lucky that you're having classes and everything, even in this pandemic. So you are the lucky few, because there are lots of schools, they didn't get this chance. Lots of students, they don't have this opportunity. So I will say that please don't waste this chance. Use your time and try to be a better person in the future, inshallah. So thank you very much, my friend Mahfouz, and also this MBM Institute. And I will invite you all to visit my university, International Standard University. So it's in Mohakali in Dhaka. So if you have any chance in future, you can visit me there, inshallah, and we'll have a good discussion over a cup of tea. So thank you. Thanks for inviting me. And I'm very eager to see you again, inshallah, in future.
Thank you all, and good night.
Thank you, sir. Assalamualaikum, sir.
Thank you, sir. Assalamualaikum, sir.
Good night, sir.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamualaikum, sir. Assalamualaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh. Have a good time. Have a great time. Take care of yourself.
Sir.